there's another Texas person. All right, let's go ahead and get going. I love seeing where everybody's from. It looks like we're coming from all over the place. We've got some East Coast. It's a little later where you guys are. I'm from Texas, and so it is 8:15 here. I don't know that I see anybody from the other side, but we'll see who else logs in. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We are excited to have you tonight, and we're going to try and keep this short and sweet. I know that you're here because either you are interested in starting the products or you're interested in the financial opportunity that Plexus has to offer. I'm here to tell you a little bit about both, and I'll have a guest on a little bit later, and she's going to share her story as well. So first of all, my name is Brittney Duke. Like I said, I live in Texas. I have been sharing about Plexus, and I haven't been able to shut up about it for the last year. And prior to that, I was actually taking the products for like about 2 years. So I was just sitting over there happily enjoying my products. I didn't want to tell anyone about it. I was a little bit nervous to share. And I just kind of took my time before I decided I wanted to share. And I totally regret that now. I'm not going to lie. I wish I would have started sharing a little bit sooner. So, but I just started sharing, and I'm loving this journey. And basically what I can tell you about it just super briefly is that this team is different. You're going to see kind of through the slides and how we do things, but we do things differently, and it works. It feels good to be able to share about products that I love in a way that I want to do it. So what if this could be your answer as well? What if this is the right time, the right place, and the right team, and a great opportunity for you? So first of all, you might be wondering, what is Plexus? Well, we are the premier gut health company, and we are proud to say that we have all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free products that covers so many different things. So you can see a list of our different products. I know that whenever I first started hearing about Plexus, and you may have had the same experience, that you may think it's only about weight loss, but it is so much more. It tends to be that weight loss is just this kind of awesome, almost side effect of actually getting to more root issues that are housed in your gut. We have found that by really truly focusing on getting good supplements into people, they're noticing changes in their anxiety, in their energy levels, in their hormones, and it's all for the better. I know for me personally, it was something that at the beginning, I just wanted to go to the bathroom more regularly. And if that is the case for you, and you have a day or two in between like going to the bathroom, it is life-changing, truly. It seems like something so easy, but it makes a big deal. And then I started noticing bigger changes where I was actually felt like I had the energy to get through my day. I have 2 kids, one is 4 and one is 18 months. And I felt like I was actually able to greet my husband at the end of a long day and actually ask him about his day instead of just handing over a kid, right? If you have kids and that's you, you may know what I'm talking about. So these products did so much more for me than I ever thought they could have. And then once I actually joined this team and decided to share about it, that opened a whole new door for me in terms of just being able to share what I'm passionate about and being able to work on even just deeper things like working on my mindset. And what I noticed is that as I started learning more about Plexus and doing more things like leading calls and learning more about our products, is I was actually pouring that into my other work. So I'm a physical therapist. I work part-time, and I also in the summers, I actually teach at my old physical therapy school. So what I started to see is that I was actually using some of these like mindset tricks that I've been learning in Plexus, and I was teaching my students how to use those same things in their day-to-day life. And so Plexus and this team is so much more than just the products. So who is Plexus as a company, take a little screenshot of this slide right here so you can just see all the amazing things that we like to brag about with our company. But we're proud to say that we are, all of our products are made in the USA. We are a debt-free company, and there's so much more to learn about as far as like the company. But what I can tell you is that our CEOs and the people even high up in the company, they are so hands-on with us, and they are proud to say that Plexus as a whole is network marketing the way it should be done, but rarely ever is. And so more than just who is Plexus as the company, Plexus is made up of all the different brand ambassadors and all the product takers. And today I'm super excited to introduce to you LeAnn Hubbs. She is a gold brand ambassador with Plexus, and she works full time. I know that for a lot of you, coming into maybe doing something extra might seem like, well, how do I do it all? LeAnn is the perfect example of that, of how she balances her full-time work life and Plexus. She's a mom. I'm going to let her share her story now and just let her take it from here.
You are too sweet. I don't know about perfect example, but I'm here and I'm doing it. So thanks, Brittney, for having me. Just to kind of go over my timeline and how I started. First, I'll let you know I'm Italian. We talk with our hands. So if I start to make you dizzy, I apologize. I started Plexus in April 2018. I had a 16-month-old and a 4.5-year-old, and it was the year I was turning 40. So it was all about me. I was going to, self-care, everything, I really embraced my curls. I just decided that the healthy me was going to be what I was going to give myself on my 40th birthday that year. I met my sponsor at a birthday party, and she was, it was a child's birthday party, and she was not eating the cupcakes. I was on my second, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You made these and you're not even eating them. And she was like, no, I'm drinking my pink drink. And I was like, okay, good for you. I don't know what that is. And so she contacted me like 2 weeks later and was like, I was thinking about you, and you had talked about my pink drink. And I heard you say that you hadn't been sleeping well because your toddler was still waking you up in the middle of the night. And I was like, yeah, I haven't slept in 24 months since I found out I was pregnant, like just no sleep, none at all. And so I immediately was interested. I didn't care. I don't care what she was selling. I did not know Plexus. I did not know the company. I did not know what network marketing really was. I had no major experience in it. And so I just started taking the products. I was hooked. I believed her and I trusted her. And within about a week, maybe two, I was sleeping through the night. And I joke about this, but I honestly have no idea who was sleeping through the night first, my little one or me. I don't even know. She was safe, fine. At that point, she was just using me to fall back asleep. So we were good, and it was about time, we were weaning anyway. But I did notice that things just started to change. My mood was better, kind of like Brittney said, you're not just getting home and going through the motions, you're actually happy. And you need energy to take care of a 4-year-old at night when you get home from working all day. You guys, when you're not sleeping at night and you wake up to go to a full-time job all day, the very last thing you want to do after picking your kids up from daycare, being in the car for about an hour, is coming home, making dinner, making sure your husband's happy, making sure there's laundry and lunches for the next day. It was so much. And I didn't even realize that there was something else that could be done. I didn't think that there was any way around mom life. That was it for us. I knew I didn't want to quit my job. I'm an assistant director of human resources for a large architecture and engineering firm here on the East Coast. That is what I do by trade. I did not think about Plexus as a business until probably August or September of that year, when my coworker realized and saw how great I was feeling, and she asked about it. Same with my husband. I made him sign up. I was like, you're doing this with me. And, I had one other girlfriend, one of my best friends, do it with me because she's my ride or die. Hey, you're doing this because I said so. And all three still take these products, almost 4 years later. But I realized that beyond just having that kind of, these people join me, that it was actually substantial. I could really do something and be proud of it. Unfortunately, the company I work for, I can't say is the greatest. And over the years, I, have found myself questioning things about the company. And when you see that, even with Plexus in 2020, when the founders and CEOs are foregoing their salaries to make sure that all of their employees are being paid, that's the kind of company you want to work for. And that's the kind of energy you want to put your time into. And so I made it a point. I knew I was going to be here with the company for as long as I can. I have no intentions of stopping. My mood has been great. I felt great. I jumped on their Joyome products for skincare. No more, 10-step regimen that costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just great natural skincare that, you can be proud of. I think probably around 2020, when I hit the gold rank, I had a girlfriend who was just running, if you don't know what a runner is, she was really excited about the business and she had started her own, and I went gold. And then 3 months later, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and just her business she was preoccupied in doing other things. But the one thing that she said, and that really struck me, and I still have the screenshot, was when she said that her doctor approved all of our products while she was on chemo. She didn't go through 1 or 2 or 3 weeks of chemo. My girlfriend went through 16 weeks of chemo, full on hair loss, just an emotional, we're great friends. And it was just really touching. And I said to myself, if your doctor's looking at this and my doctor's looking at this, and all of these people are saying how great this is perfect. And this is where I need to be. And again, a company I can represent. Juggling both, not always easy. You have a full-time job, and I work 50 plus hours a week. And my job is not something where I can go in every morning and, log in a few hours. I have people constant in my ear. Nobody comes by HR to say, hey, how you doing today? It's, oh my gosh, I've got this mega problem, and so did this, and I'm going to complain about that. So you have all this head trash when you're leaving the office anyway, that it's just difficult. And so you can't unwind from that, and you can't just decompress from that. But I found that just even being in a better mood and being happy and letting these products work for me naturally has helped me cope with my day job even better. And I've learned to time block. I get home, I wake up in the morning, I have a morning call every day at 5:45 with my girlfriends. They keep me accountable. We work, we chat at night. And so I'm setting aside the time. When you make something a priority, you're going to give it the time that it deserves. I know that this company can potentially let me be at home with my children. I never wanted to be at home with my children. No offense to my children, but that was not for me. I just could not see it. But now it's opening all these doors. I paid off a student loan early. I paid off a truck early. We are credit card debt free. And I want to be with my family. And I think the past year or two has kind of been that way for a lot of us. We're just going back to wanting to be close to things that are important to us. My family, Plexus, my health, all of it has just really been so monumental in my whole life. I never even expected it. Gave up coffee. I don't drink any longer. Like, it just did things I never thought could be possible. Not at all. And so finding that balance and finding that schedule has really just been beneficial for me. Time blocking, I time block by the hour every day. 2 to 3 o'clock, I know I'm listening to a training call or a podcast or something that is going on in our gut health group, for the day or for the week. So I think you can honestly put the time into it and juggle it if it's something that you want, knowing that potentially down the road, it could be a very big deal for you and a very big deal for your family. So it can be done. So that's kind of it. That's where I'm at. And I hope to stay here as long as possible. And I appreciate you inviting me again, Brittney, and I'll send it back to you. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that sometimes we have this idea in our heads that people who maybe do network marketing or have like a side gig, like that they are working part-time or things like that, or maybe not working. We do have a lot of stay-at-home moms on our team, but y'all, like, that's just as busy. So maybe you're on this call and you're a stay-at-home mom and you're kind of even wondering how to juggle that. Well, that's a full-time job in and of itself as well. And so it's just about figuring out what is important to you. And the beauty about all of that is once you figure out what's important to you and what your goals are, you have a whole team that's here to support you in that. And so here's a couple pictures of our team. We are made up of people like LeAnn who work full-time, people like me who work part-time. I love my job too as a physical therapist, and I don't see myself quitting anytime soon either. But what Plexus has allowed me to do is have some choices. While money doesn't buy happiness, like it does, it can help buy you some choices. And I'm so appreciative of that. So our team has just all sorts of different people, like whether it's about their job status outside of Plexus or just in terms of like our ages. We have all different age range. We have some college girls on our team. We have some guys. We have some people who are 40 and above. We are just truly like a huge mixture of people from West Coast to East Coast. It's crazy. So what's super fun is that we get together several times a year and meet each other at conventions. We go on all these vacations together because Plexus is that generous that when you earn these vacations, they treat you so well. So these are some pictures from some of those vacations and conventions, and we truly do. We just have a ton of fun. So just know that no matter who you are and whatever walk of life you are in right now, you will be welcomed with open arms, because we love knowing that when you come here, you're going to bring your own strengths and your own talents. And so we're excited to get to know y'all a little bit better. So you may also be kind of wondering like, well, what sets Plexus apart from all these other places that I could go? These Plexus isn't like kind of like, I don't know about y'all, but like back in like the 80s and things like that, our parents were having like these big parties at their house where people would show up for these meetings and not really know what was happening. That's not how Plexus works. You don't have to have like these huge parties, in-person parties at your house unless you want to. Maybe you want to have some people over because you are a people person and want to be face to face. Maybe you prefer to share on social media. Maybe you just want to share with your coworkers. At one of my part-time jobs, all 4 of my coworkers are on Plexus because they see me drinking it. They want to know what it's all about, and it's that easy to share about it. You don't have to have a huge closet in your house that has like tons of pink drink and triplex and all these things in it. Thank goodness, because I'm not even going to, this room looks like behind me because I hid it all. That's why the camera's up higher. But you don't have to keep all that inventory in your house. You don't have to be worried about like, oh gosh, I have to sell all this stuff. You don't have any required purchases or quota that you have to meet if you decide to start sharing. You share at your own pace. And depending on your goals, we can help you meet those goals and kind of tell you, like what pace you should be at if you want to have this goal by this month. The only required purchases for you to do are your own products, and you're going to be on your products anyways because you're going to love them. And so whenever you're affecting big things like your stress and anxiety and your energy, I guarantee you're not going to want to miss out on taking those products. So that is the only thing that you have to purchase in order to be able to be commission qualified. So pretty good perks here, I'm not going to lie. So in terms of the income opportunity, here's the little graphic from 2018 for our average income. You'll notice on the left, there are ranks listed. Those are like what we call our different ranks in the business. And then over on the right, it gives you kind of a monthly average and an annual average. I am senior gold. As LeAnn said, she is gold. We have emeralds on this call. Our team leader is a diamond, and she actually just had a baby, and she's been working her business like from her phone when she can, when she wants to. It's that flexible, and she's still able to bring home an incredibly significant income for her family. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to look at these ranks and look at the monthly and annual incomes. And I actually want you to pause for a second and message the person who invited you here and share with them which one of these ranks would make a huge difference in your life. And maybe that is just for you to pay some extra bills. Maybe it's for you to have some fun shopping money or to do some of those little extras that like you don't really know how to work into your budget, but it would be really great and fun to be able to. Or maybe you're thinking huge and you're like, I want to leave my job. It is not a good environment for me to be in, and I don't enjoy going there every day. What if this was my answer? So I'm going to let y'all message the person who invited you here and just share that with them. Share them like what would be pretty amazing if you can make it happen. Here on this screen, this is basically just for January, what we're looking at. If you were to decide to start the products, or maybe you're already on the products and you just want to tell, like LeAnn, she shared her with her best friend, her husband, and who else did you say? Your coworker. And that was it. And that was her first 3 people that she shared with Plexus about. For me, it was my husband, my aunt, and one of my best friends from physical therapy school. And that was it. And then before you know it, I started sharing on social media, just kind of casually. Honestly, I wasn't really, just kind of dipping my toe in. And y'all, I had people coming out of the woodworks and they were asking me about these products and sharing their struggles with me. And my mind was blown with how many people had all of these issues that they were just kind of silently suffering through. And so this became an outlet for me to be able to just start helping more people. So you truly will be shocked once you start opening up about these products and what they're doing for your health, how many other people are in the same boat. And it is not crazy to think you could refer 17 people. Truly, it is possible. So just keep this in mind, and any questions you have over this stuff, this is what you can ask the person who invited you. You can say, what was that thing she was talking about this month and next month? What does that look like for me? And they'll help you out. And so basically, if you want to get started, whether it's for the products or if you're kind of interested in starting the business and sharing about Plexus, you really just need to talk to the person who invited you, talk to your sponsor, and just let them know, like, hey, I want more information. We don't expect a super quick 30-minute Zoom call to answer all of your questions. We are here so that we can help walk you through this and figure it out together. We want it to be something that you share and you talk about, and it's totally unique to you and your situation. We want to help you meet your goals, and we are so excited that you would even consider Plexus to be an answer for you and for your family. So hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. We are so excited that you came, and I'm here if you have any questions. Otherwise, we will close it down and let y'all just enjoy the rest of your night. So I'll pause for about 30 seconds. We'll stop the recording. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can also put it in the chat and I can read your questions in the chat.